Go. Okay. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Watch Willow Torture Herself for 13 minutes special. Welcome to the audio commentary of Doctor Who Extinction, Season 1, Episode 1, In the Caves of the Gods. Dear Lord, this episode came out 5 years ago. God, that's really old. Yeah, that's how long I've been doing this, as I'm talking over the very, very long fuck ton of narration, as Jack Reeves described when he was reading these lines, because he's in this episode. I don't think he remembers that he's in this episode at all, or that this series even exists, but he's in it. He's in it, as you shall see later. So, fuck ton of lore in the start of the series, probably far too much, because it hits you very heavily, and it goes on for like 4 minutes. It takes up like, it must be like 40% of the entire episode, because it's only like 13 minutes. I don't actually know, but someone can check that out for me. So basically, this is the backstory of Gallifrey going into this brand new universe and branch of timeline in Doctor Who, because this is obviously the timeline where I split off from the TV movie and everything that follows on from it, and into my own sort of Doctor Who alternate universe, as they say in the fan fiction circles, and that resulted in this weird branch of the universe with, you know, entirely new doctors. David Tennant doesn't exist here, soz, but not really. Yeah, so basically, it's very convoluted, and I don't think I really understood it myself at the time. I'm not sure I do, but basically here, this, the other gets absorbed by the time vortex, give the Time Lords regeneration energy, and then they limit that to 13 regenerations, 12 regenerations, even 13 lives, and then, through the untempered schism, because they discovered that time vortex, that regeneration energy comes from the time vortex, then that's how they're able to give Time Lords regenerations. Basically, that's how they do it. Then Rassilon and Omega have their little tiff. Rassilon gets sealed in the Dark Tower. Omega gets thrown into the antimatter universe. Then the rest is history. So, I suppose, now that I've got that bit out of the way, I should probably use some of this time to talk about how this series even started. So obviously, as some of you might know, I had started a different Minecraft Doctor Who universe and Doctor Who series following on, sort of, from the official show at that time, but I never felt it clicked, and then I started coming up with the ideas for Extinction, like in my own time, was like my own personal thing, and then I realized, okay, I actually like this a lot, I'm gonna make this the actual thing. And then that's how Extinction was born. It was heavily inspired by this Sonic the Hedgehog fan comic called The Murder of Me, and I think if you look into that comic and then also watch this season, that becomes really noticeable. It's embarrassingly apparent, but that's sort of how it was back in those days for me. But that's fine, because what resulted is probably the one version of Minecraft Doctor Who that I actually felt like I could stick with and actually enjoyed the characters and the writing, which we will get to, because look at that random TARDIS. What did I put I could have just used a smaller model for that, because I was just like, why didn't I just do that? Why didn't I just use the TT capsule instead of the actual police box TARDIS? This is stuff, you know, you have to ask your 14-year-old self, because I was 14 at the time that I made this, which is why, despite my age, it is probably rather impressive. It still kind of sucks. And I don't really look back on this with much praise. This is cool, though. This is cool, this animation where you start from the other, and then you go through all of the Doctor's incarnations, and this is how, like, to anyone watching the show, this is how you know that this is a different timeline, because I'm showing, like, all of the Doctor's incarnations, and then you get to Paul McGann, and then you don't see John Hurt, Christopher Eccleston, David Tennant, Matt Smith, Peter Capaldi, or Jodie Whittaker, as it was at that time, and then, oh my god, this title sequence is kind of super dated, but it's super nostalgic. Look at that terrible fade in for the top. What is the animation? It just comes across the screen. She's just like there. That name needs to be changed. I'm not going by that name anymore. Welcome to transgenderism. I'm so woke. The right wingers probably hate me. Like, if this was the official show, then I would be getting probably death threats, really, from the right wing nut jobs and grifters on the internet. But there you go. In the Caves of the Gods, written by someone that technically doesn't exist anymore. But that's fine. Hey, Jack Reeves. There you go. He's credited after the title sequence, because I didn't know if I had, and Planet Zero, that's Andrew, obviously, we love Andrew.
Is this it?
Ooh. Maybe I shouldn't have cast him in that particular role as a person, but I don't know. I don't know. I didn't know what I didn't know what I was doing. I still don't know what the rules are for that. I'm not sure, but probably not something I should be doing now. But yeah, whatever.
I mean, they weren't
Yeah, we move on. We move on.
Nothing more, nothing less.
Yeah. Jack,
Even if they were gods,
honestly, the
they'd have lost
voice
the right to call
acting from
themselves that if they
both
tried to
Jack
keep
and
it
Andrew in this episode was what really made
it
it for me when I was making it, because
twice for Omega.
I couldn't stop laughing. I don't think I really couldn't stop laughing. It was just like I was laughing the whole time. They made what I had written actually sound funny, which I think. Oh god, referencing my own father.
Don't think I won't be questioning you on that.
Yes. So what was I talking about? Yeah, I was talking about how I was laughing. Both Jack and Andrew writing their lines as the animation for this is terrible. I mean, just wait. Oh my fucking god! Get this! They're floating. They're floating, dear sir.
These things are 10
Good
million years
grief. Okay, yeah, so, as I was saying, I was too busy laughing to actually get on with much of the work, because it just made it sound so funny, and they really played off each other really well, except for the fact that they weren't actually playing off each other. They were in entirely separate recordings, but there you go. And Jack really just plays the sort of deadpan guy very, very well. He's really good at playing an arsehole character. So if anyone's for some reason stumbling on this video and is wondering how Jack Reeves, if Jack Reeves is good at playing arsehole, yeah, he's great. He's brilliant at it. Which is
Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
I don't know if he's appreciating me saying it, but genuinely he does such a great job with the material that I gave him that is probably not up to snuff, as I hit my microphone, to the standards that I write now. For one thing, it's very short and in
It's a good name for it.
animated form, and you're just sort of... It's pretty crap.
Rassilon and Omega never liked girls.
Oh.
Yeah, they're just...
You want to report
That either implies that they're gay or that implies that they're sexist. Well, maybe it's both. I don't know. I don't think I understood really what I was writing there, but maybe they're gay, maybe they're not. That is up for fanfiction. Maybe these two are a couple. I think when I thought about like writing a reimagined version of season 1. Oh, look at that portal thingy! It's just an iron door with a lever.
Some sort of ancient portal thing.
I can
Yeah.
see that, Eagle. You don't have to
Thanks,
point out
Andrew.
the obvious.
Thanks, Andrew.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, so when I thought about doing that, I thought, maybe can Tranny go more like, an all-married couple that's kind of dysfunctional or
Where do you
something.
think it goes?
What I'm interested in is how and why it's here.
It might not have been them.
Well, who else?
I feel like I screwed up a bit with the dialogue, because a lot of the dialogue was like, I think I cut dialogue from it.
Best guess? It opens the portal.
Oh my god, wow, Entra just coming in, like super speedy, like he's on,
It has to be the portal.
I don't know, some sort of illicit substance that I probably can't mention on YouTube without being thrown
The person that made this
to
might be
the
a genius.
wolves. But
Eagle, just shut the hell up.
yeah, I kind of feel bad for Eagle actually, because he's such like, he's geeking out over this stuff. It's like, he's doing his info dumping, and Entra's just like shitting all over his parade, which is such a shame.
Just
Anyway,
I think I did.
the portal is open now! I wonder who's coming through. It's not like it's very obvious who it is, if it's Omega. sorry to everyone who is for some reason watching this commentary rather than actually watching the episode, because as much as I don't really think that season 1 is very good nowadays, like looking back on it, it's like you do kind of have to watch it to understand season 2, which we will get to. But yeah, so there you go. And now Entra and Eagle get stuck in the antimatter universe forever, and we never see them again. Yeah, they're just in the antimatter universe. They're just living there now. They just live there now. I don't know if they're dead by now at this point in the timeline, and that's very clear. That's Omega. That's a terrible shot to try and hide the fact that that is Omega. Also, those lines on the skin. It's put on the Steve skin when it's an Alex skin, but whatever. They're probably. I don't know if they're still alive. I don't know. We might never revisit them. Hey, look at that! It's the ship from Rogue One, I believe, if I recall correctly. I actually don't remember. But yeah, these are when the Cybermen make their very brief cameo, because I needed to have some familiar monsters appear in this season, because it was basically just all Omega and basically just set on Gallifrey. So here's these very, very dated Cyberman designs in the Pain of a Time Lord, the 3rd anniversary special that I made a few years ago. Yeah, that's... Oh, look, there he is. There he is. He's finally showed up in his own episode. But anyway, the Cybermen designs are dated and they're different now. But yeah, there's the boy. There's my son making his first appearance to his theme tune. Hit the microphone again. Blowing up a cyber ship and just, you know, generally just being cool. This is the cool Doctor. You think David Tennant's cool. Whew! David Tennant ain't got nothing on this kid. Seriously, like, look at that. Look at that. So slow, so motion TARDIS animation. And then, look, did you see that bit of fire going downwards? And then, oh, look, it's expanded and it's back up to there. And now we're in a orange building, and I wonder who that is.
Predictable as ever, Doctor.
That pause before the Master speaks is longer than I remember, actually. I didn't remember that being that long. And that's it. That was it. That was about 12 minutes of everyone's lives that I pretty much wasted. And here's the credits. This was actually unique because I did it in order of appearance rather than the Doctor which makes it interesting because the Doctor is now like he's there. He's pretty much at the bottom, and then obviously crediting the creators. Now it's with Verity Lambert there as well, and also like it's based upon Doctor Who, and then I'm also crediting myself as creating the show. But yeah, that's so that was episode 1 in the Caves of the Gods. That's it. That's done. There are so little credits here, and they suck. And then we're basically done. So thanks for watching, and goodbye until the next one.